Rick, the ruler, one of my idols, living legend, icon. You know, I left my house when I was 14 years old. What's up, Billy Blanc? Could you imagine? I tell you these stories and you take them for granted. A 14-year-old kid, I left my house and I went to start this new life. Unfortunately, I wanted to fly stuff. So the second I left the house, I was out there hustling. Just a baby. I used to sleep in the Crotona and Fordham Road in the Crackhead Hotel over there next to Dodge High School, across the street from Motor Vehicle. If you from the Bronx, you know where. They had people, I was only 14. Mind you, my mom's never got high, my father never got high. And I was living there, and to get me through the night, because even though I was acting tough, but I was still a baby, a child. People was getting beat up outside, robbed, cop sirens all night, people shooting heroin, people smoking crack. This was dangerous. And so I was kind of scared. And the thing that would get me through the night, every night, was I had a Walkman, and I would have Slick Rick the Ruler on repeat. And so that album, that music would give me courage to sleep through the night. Because I was just a 14-year-old kid trying to do too much. And so he shares a special place in my heart, Slick Rick the Ruler. LL Cool J, y'all know that's my idol. Him and KRS-One, equal. If it wasn't for LL Cool J, I wouldn't have rapped. Simple as that. I wouldn't have picked up a microphone. I always wanted to be like him. I always loved him as an artist. I always made music, and to this day when I make music, I say to myself, I hope LL likes it. That's how much admiration and respect I have for two of these brothers. Now today is Elliott Wilson of Rap Radar fame, of Double XL, formerly of Tidal, living legend in journalism. We love you, Elliott, your wife, your family. Happy birthday, my brother. Thank you for everything you have done for hip-hop. Thank you for your integrity as a journalist and not having a hidden agenda, not trying to switch a narrative. I thank you. I have a guest tonight. Strictly yes. This is a money guess.
What up?
Yo, Vegas Dave.
Hold on, Joe.
A hustling, living legend. Yo, Vegas Dave, where you grew up at? Where did you grow up at?
Both in Michigan and Hawaii.
So you grew up in Michigan and NY?
And Hawaii.
Can't hear you going in and out.
In Hawaii. Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii.
Yeah.
And so for people who don't know who Vegas Dave is, which you got to be crazy if you don't know him, he's a professional gambler and a consultant to people who might want to gamble and they need tips. And you always seem to have the right picks.
Well, I used to be. I've won a lot of those bad. Like, but now I'm not allowed to.
Check and see if you hear. You popping in and out, Vegas.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's popping in and out. I don't know why. It's weird.
That's weird. I got full connection here. Yeah, I don't gamble no more. I'm banned. So I'm a consultant right now, first full-time sports consultant. So
Vegas, what do you mean you're banned from gambling?
I went on a $10 million run about 4 years ago. The casinos didn't want to pay me, and then they banned me. And when they wouldn't pay me, I fought for my money, and they indicted me on 19 alleged felony counts. So I fought 40-year prison term for 3 years against the feds. I beat that case, so I'm no longer able to bet no more. So I switched my business to a consultant. Now I sell picks for a living. It's crazy.
Yo, that's a crazy, crazy story, Vic. You know, the most I ever won was like 16 grand or something. And somehow I was, shout out my brother Chris Gotti, and it was in Jersey, and they didn't really want to give me my money, Vegas. Like only 16 grand. They were acting like, sure you don't want to stay here? You sure you don't want to bite to eat? You sure? And so we love to gamble, but sometimes these people don't want to pay you. Is that correct?
Yeah, the casinos are a bunch of crooks, man. The casinos are a bunch of crooks. I lost for 5 or 6 years straight, and when I was losing, they gave me free hotel rooms, free comps, free everything. But once you start winning, they take everything away from you, and they don't even want to pay you out. A bunch of crooks.
Man, that's a crazy assumption. And so you try to fight for your you try to fight like 840. You try to fight for your money.
I fought for my money, and then I fought for my freedom. They still owe me $2 million. But when I settled in court, I got no felonies, no prison time, and you can't beat them, man. That's why I said you can't beat the casinos, because when you lose, they take your money, and when you win, they don't pay you.
Have you ever seen somebody? Well, obviously they're scared of you to gamble in a casino.
Which is crazy because they're a multi-billion-dollar industry. It makes no sense if I whack them for a couple $1 million here and there. But it was a blessing in disguise because I have a shitload more money selling picks for a living right now. So it's a blessing that they came after me.
You know, Vegas Dave, I've hung out with you. You're a movie. You're a walking movie. I never forget you told me, Joe, content is key.
Yep.
And content is king. Now, I always knew it, you know, but when you broke it down to me, ever since that day, I've been stepping my content up.
You got a live show and everything. I watched you. I remember we had dinner.
I said, this guy, because I ain't like doing it, but I was like, this guy knows something. And the first Cullinan I ever sat in was your Cullinan. You had it like the first day it came out.
Yep, I remember. You liked that shit, and then you got it within a month. I remember.
And I say to myself, I walk in the Lakers game with you. We sit in courtside, but you got like 3 Birkin bags, right? And this ain't no regular Birkin bags. These are like Himalayan. How much are these Birkin bags?
500,000 and then 100,000 a piece. So I think I had 700,000 in bags that game with you.
So for one bag, 500,000.
For that one, yeah, that was the record-breaking bag, the Himalayan with the diamond.
That's crazy because the most I ever seen a Birkin bag for is like 100 something, but that was 500,000. So I'm saying, right? It was weird to see a man walking with a Birkin bag, right? I'm gonna keep it real with you, Dave. And that night, I sat in my hotel room in LA, and you know, that's what I do. And I start thinking, I say, you know what? This guy is brilliant. and no, Dave, hold up. We never talked about this. And I said, this guy's brilliant. I bet in his house, he must have like a closet full of Birkins. And if a girl meets him, they might think they could get that Birkin. Like, if I wife this guy or I'm with him, I'm going to get this Birkin. Is that your strategy with these Birkins, Nate?
No, the strategy with the Birkins, one, it's an investment, and 2, it's for content, to get people to talk about me. You know, I want people to talk about me. The more people that talk about me, good or bad, it spreads my name. It's branding. It's content, branding. It's a name. The guy with the Birkin bags. No guy, you know, people laughed at me for the Birkin bags, and then they put an article on GQ magazine with me, LeBron, and Drake, with me on the cover of it. Most people don't understand the vision of the Birkin, but the Birkin symbolizes wealth, and I just wanted to take it courtside just so the world would talk about me. It's all about content and marketing for me.
You know, that's pretty nuts, Vegas, because that's kind of like what I do in my music videos. I always trying to find a way, you know, back in the days and we dug in, I jumped in the pool with the sky blue mink. I try to do outrageous shit just so people could say, man, this guy shits money. This guy, you know, this guy's fucking rich. You know, it's part of the whole thing. So by you having Birkins, by you living this extravagant lifestyle, does it attract customers to you?
Yeah, because the Vegas Dave is just the marketing. It's the person that throws $100,000 at a club, $100,000 bottle of champagne. I've never got a lap dance in my life. I don't even drink champagne. It's all to get people to talk about me. The Rolls Royce, the Ferraris, the bling bling, you know, all this stuff. It gets people to talk about me. It's a marketing machine. And then they come to my page, they buy a package, and they see me working 18 hours a day, as you said, no days off, every single day, relentless, producing results. So the Vegas Dave is the marketing machine that gets him to David Wancho, which is me, and then I retain him as a client, as a business. So it's just two parts, Vegas Dave and David, who you're talking to, two different people right now.
Man, I know a couple of guys who bet with you because I don't really gamble, and they be like, yo, man, I want some money with Vegas Dave, boy. Vegas Dave was on fire today. I'm like, yo, you motherfuckers, man. You want to gamble all the time. And Vegas Dave, the other day I went on your live, and you had something with these playing cards. And you told me, Joe, I need you in on this. And I was like, yo, I don't know shit about playing cards. I'm not a gambler, Vegas Dave. But I seen Iron Mike Tyson on there. And so what is that about? Break it down.
So I got in the sports card market a couple years ago, and I bought a card for $400,000, and everyone laughed at me, just like the Birkins. And then 2 years later, I sold it for $3.9 million, which broke the sports card market for the most expensive baseball card. So I got back in the sports card market. So what I did for charity last week, I reached out to you, but we got like Snoop, we got Cedric the Entertainer, we got Mike Tyson, we got a bunch of people, Steve Aoki. And I bought a box for $150,000 with a chance of getting a Michael Jordan rookie in it. And I gave 18 packs to charity, to celebrities like you that would give it to their charity, and 18 packs to my fans and followers. And we broke the box, and 3 MJs were pulled, and one might be graded a PSA 10, which is $250,000. Dana Pump pulled it.
Let me ask you a question. I seen something about a Mickey Mantle baseball card that just went for like $4 million or some shit.
Yeah, 5.2 million. It actually broke my record of 3.9. It sold for 5.2 million today. So it broke my record at 3.9.
So you had a card that was 3.9 million?
I bought it for 400,000 2 years ago, and I sold it 2 months ago for 3.9 million. It was a $3.5 million flip in less than 2 years off a piece of cardboard.
And so the Mickey Mantle just beat it. And what is it like? Because I've hung out with you. I consider you my friend, right? And I know people don't understand you, and they don't take it as marketing. They think you a show off. Sometimes people creep in my DM and be like, fuck Vegas Dave. I'm sure you don't know Vegas Dave. And I'm like, he's my man, right? And so, what is it about you that you know the right move to, like, how could you know the right move? How you could know this card is worth 400, I'm going to flip it for 4 million? Like, how do you get this? How do you?
It's called vision, and the problem is most people don't have it. Vision is seen with the brain, not the eyes. Everyone thinks vision is seen with the eyes. Vision is from the brain, and I just have a vision. And when I see something, I go all in. You know, so I see things that people don't see, and I have no fear. I'm fearless. So anything I do, I'm 100%, and there's nothing in my head, Joe, that says, well, what if this fucking doesn't work? I'm fearless. It's going to fucking work, and I'm going to make it. That's why I keep breaking records, and that's why people talk shit. You know, I always tell people with success comes haters, and haters are just confused admirers. The day people stop talking about me, it means I'm broke. So I love when people talk because real recognizes real. You recognize me, and you don't pay attention to that dumb shit people say.
Vegas Dave, is the house finished in Cabos, or are you still building it?
1 more year, we changed it to a 35,000 square foot home from 12,000 to 35,000. It's gonna be huge. We gotta do a video there.
So one more years, you made it even bigger?
35,000 square feet now. It's to be like a hotel.
God damn. Yo, Vegas, I'm all for that. I'm all for we live one life. And if God has blessed you to have these things, then enjoy it. And like you said, you giving back to charity, you giving back to people. You know what I mean? You're inspiring people. You found a way to motivate people and help them win. But I swear to you, the day Fat Joe makes a couple of $100 million, I will run down Times Square butt naked. Everyone will get to see Fat Joe naked running down. I don't give a fuck, and I might buy a billboard while I don't care. Vegas Dave, I'm like you. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my life. I want to live while I'm here, because nothing's guaranteed. Whatever I'm able to live, I just want to live like that. That's just the motto I live by.
Yeah, you work hard. I tell people, man, you work hard, enjoy it. As giving back, what I'm doing also until starting April, every month until the end of the pandemic, I'm going to give away a free car every month to my followers and fans. And the final car will be a $100,000 Tesla in December. So I'm giving away a car every month until the end of the coronavirus. And I give away $500 to $1,000 cash out of my live feeds. I'm always giving back. I believe, if you're blessed, just bless other people. I make so much fucking money that a couple $100, $1,000 can help other people around the world. That's how I.
Let me tell you a funny story, right? So Vegas Dave tells you got a $500,000 bags. He's building a fucking house that's like a resort in Cabo. Vegas Dave got money, guys. So I have dinner with Vegas Dave. So they always say this bullshit. They always say, what do you give a guy when he got everything, right? And so I'm having dinner with Vegas Dave, and Vegas Dave, I got these glasses on, right? And Vegas Dave says, yo, those are nice glasses. I said, yo, thank you, Vegas Dave. And then about 20 minutes later, you like, well, yo, Joe, those glasses are really, really nice. I said, yo, thank you, Vegas Dave, right? About 20 minutes after, you was like, where did you find those? I said, yo, Vegas Dave, you know what? These are now yours, brother. I said, yo, Vegas Dave, these are yours. And you was like, no way, I can't fucking take care of this. I was like, Vegas Dave, please, it'll be my honor to give you these glasses right now. And it makes me feel good that a guy who got everything, I mean, it's just glasses, but, people say, what do you get a guy that got everything? Well, you get him some shit he likes.
I remember, and no one gives me anything. I'm always the one giving. So I always remember that, and I still got those silver gray glasses on my cabinet, and I'll never forget. And I always tell people, of all the people I went to the Lakers game with, you had the most respect, and you're just a real man. Some people don't even say thank you. Like, you're a real dope person, man. You got a good heart. That's why you're very successful. I'll never forget how grateful and gratitude you showed, the respect you showed me. So I'll never forget.
Nah, my brother, it's nothing but love. I respect people who go out there and get it ethically, legit, work hard, hustler. I don't know if you came from nothing. I'm into that. That's what this show's about. Bringing people on here who made it from nothing, who became successful, because there's people just like you watching this. They need this inspiration.
Yeah, that's what my documentary, my book's about. I tell people this. It doesn't, if you're watching this right now, if you're going through a divorce or someone passed away or you got dumped or you lost your job, I was facing 40 years in fucking prison. And I was able to build the fucking 8-figure empire off my cell phone. Where most people would turn to drugs, suicide, drinking. I moved in with my parents, didn't talk to anyone for 2 years, and built a fucking empire. So I tell people, it's never too late to change your life. I was a millionaire 12 times by the age of 30, Joe. All 12 times I blew the fucking money. I didn't get my shit together until I was 38 years old. 38 years old is when I first started becoming a man. And keeping
I did it 3 times, Vegas Dave.
3 times?
3 times went broke. I made millions and millions of dollars. I mean, the first check was maybe $10 million. I bought maybe 30 Cadillac trucks for every guy, MTS in the hood, chains. Every night we popped 1 million bottles of champagne. We was at the Four Seasons. I blew $10 million. I went to the bank, Vegas Dave, and I used to go to the bank all the time and pull out 50,000, 100,000 every day. 50,000, like nothing. And they'd be like, I'll never forget, it was by Yankee Stadium 161. One day I walked in there and the lady was like, well, Mr. Joe, there has to be a problem here because there's no money in here. Yo, Vegas Dave, I felt like somebody shot me. I felt like a dolphin with a hole in my head.
Then you
my asshole was this tight. I walked out of there, I was like, because what people don't understand is that people think you can't run out of money.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's millions of dollars, it runs out.
A million's really not nothing anymore in today's world.
No.
You make $1 million, you're paying $350,000 in taxes right off the bat. It's gone. People understand that shit. Millions.
And then you got to pay everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? There's always somebody who got their hand out. You know what I mean? Whether it's management or lawyers or
oh yeah,
what, you know, it's a bunch of shit going on. And so I got back up and then I lost it again. And then I got back up and lost it again. Now this shit is crazy. And then this time I'm up. And I'm cruising up. I'm at a good place. I love living good. I love having a great life, but I think I'm finally smarter now.
Yeah, it took me 38 years to smarten up. Remember, it's not how much money you fucking make, it's how much you save and what you invest. And I'm smart with my money. I put all my money in real estate, and I save it and do businesses. And right now, sports betting is the fastest growing business in the world industry. It's supposed to be an $82 billion industry in 10 years. And I'm on pace to do $100 million next year, just off my cell phone. So that's why you see me working 18 hours a day. I work Christmas, I work birthdays, I work New Year's, no fucking days off. I'll be single for life. I can't have a relationship because I gotta fucking work. So I'm dedicated to my craft. I want to be the best in the world at what I do, and that's my choice. That's what I want to do.
You know what's crazy, Vegas Dave, is you said it a couple of times. I never say it, right? But I'm gonna say it with you. The money's in your phone. It's the craziest shit. So what COVID taught me, because, you know, we was always taught, go out there, do tours. You know, I got hit records. You know, thank God they booked me every night, wherever. And so that's how I really got the bulk of my money. Or when COVID came and it shut it down, I had to figure out that the money is in my phone.
Absolutely. I remember I told you at dinner. I said,
yeah, but I wasn't ready. You told me everything, but I didn't understand it. And then I figured it out. The money's right in your phone.
People understand we live in the greatest era of technology. All you need is a cell phone to run a business. You don't need a fancy office. You're going to have headaches, leases, employees that lie, employees that steal from you. Headaches. All you need is a phone. I work from home and a t-shirt and basketball shorts, man. Make millions. You just have to have the open mind and a good work ethic. That's all you fucking need. And you be able to use the phone. Simple. But people don't have an open mind.
You know, and you know, I'm anti-doubters and anti-energy drainers. You know, if I would have listened to any one of my friends, you know, I have a best friend. And one of my best friends, his name was Chef Mark. Now, I remember one time, many years ago, around, and I knew this man before I started rapping. It was around I had What's Love, maybe 16, 18 years ago. And he was telling me, like, yo, you should retire. I don't think you'll never make another hit. This is back in them days. He's my brother, and I love him and his kids, his family. But I always remember when he told me that, because I was like, retire? You fucking crazy? The world would have never heard the lean backs. The world would have never heard the Make It Rains or the All the Way Up. And so you can't let nobody talk you out of your destiny. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people say, you know, I'm here. I don't want to throw his name in the mix, but I'm at my brother Khaled's house. And Khaled's always quick to tell me, and I watched him work all day. Like I was here watching him work this commercial, that. God works all day. But he was like, yo, take the day off from the show tonight. I was like, yo, I gotta work. I said, yo, Captain, cause it's your money, what you make. I gotta make my money. This is my money. My people are tuned in. They want to see the show. We gotta talk some shit. And it's this is a very, 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 very important day for hip hop. And I don't know if you know, it's LL Cool J, who's my idol's birthday, and it's Slick Rick's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one, probably the number one hip hop journalist of all time, Elliot Wilson. This is like a glory day. I can't take it off. I got to talk to the people. I got to give Slick Rick his flowers. I got to give LL his flowers. Could you name your top 5 favorite rappers of all time?
I love Biggie. I love Pac. I'm very old school. I like RBL Posse growing up. I'm back in the day, man. RBL Posse.
Who?
RBL Posse. Back in the day. I'm back.
I remember RBL Posse.
Bamber Weed, and Dre. Dre's a legend.
Dre.
Yeah, Dre was a legend back in the day. I'm more of the
Dre's still a king. He's still a legend.
Yeah. But
you got one more. So you got RBL Posse, you got Dre, you got Biggie, you got Pop.
I got to choose you, man. Of course.
All right, I'll take it. Fuck
you and Big Pun, man.
I'll take it for the richest guy in the world. What's the future like for you? Have you visualized the future?
I want to be a billionaire, and I ain't stopping until I become one. I'm going to work every single day until I'm 60 or so. I'm not taking no days off. I'm going to continue to inspire people to go for their dreams. I think my end goal is to be on platforms, on stages, to talk to people, to inspire people not to give up on their dreams, and that if I could fuck up for 38 years and change my life, then it's never too late to change their lives. So if I can prevent people from making the mistakes I did, I think that's how I can serve the community, and I think that's what I'm born to do. I'm not meant to have a wife. I'm not meant to have a kid. I'm here to change life and be a leader. That's what I think my calling in life is.
Now it is, and you could put in a lot of work. I mean, because I think the most gratifying feeling is actually giving back.
Yeah.
And the fact that, so I always say, the people who don't understand, and look, people give way more than me. People got more philanthropy than me. People got more money than me, right? But to people who I'm family with and I'm friends with that don't understand why Fat Joe gives back so much, I said, listen, man, we eat steak every night. We eat lobster every night. We drink Ciroc every night. We do whatever the hell we want. There's people that's so much less fortunate than us that it's like a dream come true. Because when I was in the hood, nobody ever gave us nothing. But if something would have came, I come from a place where, and I love my mother. It was 4 of us. She worked 3 jobs. But if I asked my mother for a pair of Puma sneakers when it was the style, I would get the Pumas, but a year and a half later when it wasn't the style no more. And I still appreciated it. But the fact that we could give back, the other day, Khaled sent a bunch of kids in South Central LA, a bunch of Jordan sneakers. And these kids, their smiles. Yeah. Shit came like a fairy godmother. It landed in South Central LA. And they showing their Jordans. And they got it because he got a 4.1 average. Or this kid is this. And, bro, that's the biggest blessing in the world to me. Yo, Vegas Dave, thank you for coming on with me. Love you, my brother. Keep making the people money, Vegas Dave. Keep making the people, because you can't win if they don't win.
Of course.
Keep making the money.
I will, man. I don't make money unless they make money, so we're all into one.
All right, my brother.
Thanks,
Be
Joe.
good, Vegas.
Thank you.
Man, you guys don't know who I know. You guys don't know who I know. I know them all. This ain't no blasey blah thing. This ain't no regular thing. And I don't know why people hate on Vegas Day. Somebody say he paid for it. He don't pay me nothing. It's a guy I admire who built an empire and makes tons of money doing his own thing, like his own lane, not jacking somebody else's shit. And so what is that? You know, you get one world. And so, Fat Joe, I give you inspirational people on here. People who come from nothing and build empires. People, so that you can know you're able to do that. It's so easy to say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, bro. No, you could do it. And so that's what it's about, man. And so we can have whoever on here, but it's always about building the people up. Yo, Rich. No 850 is now. Hit him up and tell him we gotta go now. Driving home. Okay, I need what DJ is watching right now. It could be Camilo, Chubby Chub, anybody that's watching right now. Shout out to Scorpio of the Furious Five. Scorpio of the Furious Five. If you guys don't know who the Furious Five is, it's Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. No, not you. You need a real DJ.
No, I'm telling you.
And he's the first real rapper I ever met in my life, Mr. Ness, because he rocks the best. And he was inspiration. And I said, I want to be like these guys. And I remember Scorpio, you don't remember when y'all came back to the Bronx, y'all had, I believe it was 5 or 6 190E Mercedes-Benzes. And people don't understand the Bronx looked like a war zone. Like they blew it up, like World War II. And so, seeing these guys just pull up back to back to back to back in these Mercedes-Benz being 8, 9, 10 years old, that was inspiration for me. Like, wow, somebody could get this. And one day I'm watching Melly Mel play basketball. The next day he's performing with Shaka Khan at the Grammy. Shaka Khan, where he had the glove. Shaka Khan, and he came down the aisle. And so that's inspiration. And so I tell you, yeah, Erica, Fort Apache, the Bronx. I'm telling you, if you look at people who win, not with jealousy and not with hatred, then maybe that energy will be passed on to you. And so you see me support my brother, Ciroc. I'm not jealous of him. I want to support him. All my brothers, I want to support them so they can continue to win. And so that's how you got to do it. And sometimes, I remember sometimes I used to get in an argument because I drive my Rolls Royce down the middle of the Bronx, and I'm thinking like, oh shit, these motherfuckers probably never get to see a $500,000 car. And then I see some screw faces. Bro, you probably never get to see this shit again. But one thing I think you should get from that is, and my sisters, Erica, and one thing you should get from that is somebody who grew up like you can do it. And so, Pretty Lou, what's up, my brother? And so, Pretty Lou fighting cancer. Damn, I think it's more than 5 years, right? Leukemia. Thank God we got good news today. His platelets is looking good. Everything's looking good. And so, he inspires me. And when I see him fight every day, unfortunately, I don't want him to fight, but he inspires me. because the man won't give up. And that's what I buy into. That's what I buy into. I buy into not giving up. So you fall down, you get back up. You know, Bugsy Siegel, being that we talk about gambling with Vegas Dave, Bugsy Siegel, he went in the middle of the desert, and all they seen was desert. He said, I'm going to build Las Vegas. These guys was looking at him like he was fucking crazy. But guess what? He's credited for building Vegas. And so you got to be a visionary. You got to be a dreamer. You got to believe, and then you got to follow through. I got a best friend, a mentor. He's a billionaire. His name is J.R. Ridinger. He owns Market America. Market America is a $1 billion company and got tons of people making a lot of money. And it's the only business I ever seen where you could be an entrepreneur and get in for a little bit of dollars and become a millionaire if you worked hard enough. It's an even playing field. It's hard work, but everything's hard work. Puff Daddy owned Ciroc. At one time, he was an intern cleaning the floor. And so I asked Puff Daddy, when did you make it? He said, when Teddy Riley ain't show up to the studio. So he was an intern. Well, he was really a producer, and he know he would make hit records. But when Teddy Riley, who's a living legend, probably one of the greatest producers ever in the history of music, took the day off, they said, well, what the fuck we do? They said, man, I think that Puffy kid, I think he does beats too. So Puffy goes in there and makes a fucking hit. Next thing you know, he was a millionaire before he blinked. And so nobody tells you the whole story. They come in here bling, bling, blow. They don't show you the shit they had to do. One of the most amazing stories Khaled tells me all the time is he used to DJ in a club in Brooklyn where the promoter had pit bulls, and he would DJ with 2 giant pit bulls looking at him, and the security had a bat, and he'd be like, what the fuck? But he knew what it took to be successful. And so that's what I'm telling you. That's why I bring guys like him up. I bring guys like the guy Khan Body, who went to jail for selling drugs. And in jail, he learned workout routines. He came home. He had a bunch of Jordan sneakers saved up. He sold them all and opened up a gym that looked like a jail and got a bunch of guys and girls that came out of prison to train people in the Lower East Side. And that's how you turn a negative to a positive, and it's all good. Simple as that. Yeah, we all need an opportunity, but you have to make it for yourself. You have to make the opportunity. I went to a school with a Chinese kid. He was the only Chinese kid in the South Bronx. He went to Morris High School. His mother and father owned the ghetto Chinese spot on the corner. 4 chicken wing French fries, extra hot sauce and extra ketchup. And so, you know, I was a piece of shit from the Bronx. So you know when we go to the ghetto Chinese joint, we like to stress them out. Yo, my man, wonton. Yo, give me a fucking duck sauce. Yo, extra hot sauce. Like, for no reason. It could be the nicest day in the world. Yo, these chicken wings are swole, son. Fuck you. I used to do all that. Right? And one day I get to talking to this kid at school because he's a real nerd, but, you know, and that's when I was, like, really doing bad things in Morris High School and stuff. And but one day I get to talking to him, and I said, yo, where you live? Because I never seen no Chinese people live in the South Bronx, not by far as present. He said, we live right over the Chinese place, the Chinese restaurant. And so I asked him, I say, you live over the Chinese, you live here? He said, yeah. He said, so does my whole family. It's about 20, 30 of us that live. And then the Chinese place, the apartment can't be big at all. It's a small apartment. He said, we all live in there. And so you say, damn, man, these people fucked up. They pop. Everybody sleeping on the floor. Everybody sleeping all over. But later on in life, there wasn't 30 people in them apartments because all those guys went on to buy ghetto Chinese joints. Some of them bought a couple, and they all wind up living in mansions. And so what's crazy is that we think that we too good for whatever. Or you ever seen a guy that never had a job and then you offer him a job and he's like, yo, I'm not doing that $20 an hour. You know, I'm not no slave. I ain't working. Motherfucker never had a job in his life. Is that a true story? How many guys you try to get jobs, Rich, that never had a pot to pissing in their fucking life, and they turn around and they look at you and be like, $20 an hour? Nah, I'm not working for, nah, I'm not. So what do you want to do?
21 with benefits.
Kenny Burns, what's up?
21 with benefits.
Living legend, Kenny Burns. 21 with benefits.
And
21 an hour and medical benefits. And they too good for that.
Yeah, too good for that. Yep.
It's the craziest shit in the world. And so I don't know why, and I don't want to single this out. Yo, where you at?
I'm where I'm supposed to be.
You're full of shit. Listen, Ted Smooth, Heavy LL Cool J, Heavy Slick Rick. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Come on, man.
To send a request. Huh? That's my guy. I love Ted Smooth. Ted Smooth. Yo, Ted Smooth.
Yo, Joe, what you talking about?
First of all, let me tell you, I'm very unprofessional, Ted Smooth.
Yo.
Because all day I had it in my mind of calling you to get you ready for this. Because you know LL's my idol. Slick Rick's another one of my idols. And so I'm glad at the last minute we were able to track you down.
Rich Play, I jumped in a spaceship. I said, give me 25 minutes.
And you know, where you was at, Ted Smooth?
You know, I was, but, massage, yeah, I was.
Oh, you was getting a massage?
Yeah, I was about to.
Was you in a real massage or you was massage and happy ending?
Yes, I was, come on. I mean,
Yo, Ted, you crazy. Make sure the music is right, because I don't really hear you.
Yo, legit though. Shout to Nezzy. She in here. You already know.
Do me the biggest favor. Make sure the music is up, because I don't really hear you.
No, you don't hear me.
Put it up.